Hey Taurus, what's going on? We are here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is Queen of Cups. I'm getting a sentimental vibe from this. Queen of Cups and Ace of Cups, this is going to be something that you now have the option to connect with. This can mean a few different things. This can mean that there's going to be a passion project that you will be involved in. This can mean that you're connecting with a new person. This can mean that you are reconnecting with somebody that's already in your life, but it can feel like a sense of renewal that you have with them, where it won't feel like the same old. This will feel like a different vibe between the two of you guys. Kind of like of things feeling fresh and there being a sense of connection. You know, sometimes when we get so used to things that you almost like stop being present to it, I'm seeing this be a time where you feel present to whatever this is that you're connecting with, and it just feels good. So you being involved in something that on the inside you feel connected with in some shape or form. Something that you care about, or someone. Okay, it looks like there's someone here. I'm seeing a page. I wonder too, that it doesn't have to be a someone for everybody. This can be a time, Taurus, where having Queen of Cups and Ace of Cups can be, I'm getting in touch with my spirituality, or I'm getting in touch with my creativity. And Ace of Cups can be like, I'm going to start practicing divination, for example. And Page of Cups can be you strengthening your intuition. And to also have Hanged Man here, which is connected with Neptune, that is connected with your spirituality. So it can be something like that. It doesn't have to be another person. Or some of you, there can be, like, you can be adopting an animal and you can be connecting with them. It can be something like that. It can be you connecting with yourself. Whatever it is, it's going to nurture your spirit. I'm seeing Aquarius. Having the Star and having Four of Swords can be taking a step back to make sure that you're on track. This can even be a breather that you're having. With the Star and the Four of Swords, intuitively, what I feel off of this, the Star can be like, I'm in the right place, I'm on track, I'm where I'm supposed to be. Four of Swords feels like I can relax because of that. Like, I'm not out searching anymore. I found something and I can sort of rest within that, and I don't have to rush the process. I can mosey through this. That's what it's feeling like. Because the Star can be sort of this search for purpose, or like where you're supposed to be, those types of things. And to be in a place where maybe there's some type of healing that you're doing. Yeah, I wonder if some of you, you're actually going to be, some of you could be starting some type of healing practice. I feel like a lot of different energies are coming out from this. just to break it down, Queen of Cups, the archetype of the Queen of Cups. This is the first card that we have out. Queen of Cups is connected with your water energy. Water energy is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Scorpio is connected with transformation. It's connected with psychology, with picking things apart, the things that we really care about. Cancer is the archetype of the mother. Cancer is the archetype that's connected with healing and nurturing. Things like feeding people, like feeding yourself, nurturing yourself, things like nurses, those types of things, and healing practices connected with Cancer. Then with Pisces, this is like your mystical energy, so it can be connected with your spirituality, with what you believe in. It's connected with your dreams. It's connected with healing modalities as well, as Pisces is connected with the healer. So it can be your spirituality, but it can also be like holistic practices and stuff within the body, especially from a metaphysical standpoint. I see Cancer as being like a more practical type of medicine that can be more simplistic yet effective because of that sort of being passed down the line, and it's connected with family and family structure and roots and stuff. Pisces can be a more intuitive or metaphysical way of healing, where maybe it's not like bandaging something up like Cancer can be, but Pisces can be doing Reiki or something like that. Can be those types of things, but all different forms of healing. And also Scorpio is within that too, because it can be like psychological healing when it comes to trauma and stuff like that. So Queen of Cups is a symbol of creativity, inspiration, nurturing, soothing, healing, those types of things. So you can feel like you're finding your purpose in something along the lines of that. Having Ace of Cups and having Four of Swords, this next chapter, or this new chapter that you're stepping into, it can be a lot about healing and you taking care of yourself. Because Four of Swords is about doing what you need to do for yourself in order to reset, in order to ground, to stabilize, to recharge, those things. So it can be a time where you're like, what do I need? How do I nurture myself on an emotional level? Or what can I be doing for my health right now? Maybe there's something particularly that you want to heal, or there can be some type of artistic expression that you're getting involved within, or something that's bringing you closer with your spirit guides or your higher self. It can be those types of things that you're exploring, those types of things that you're feeling out. And it looks like there's going to be some type of connection with this thing that you are involved within, but I also get the sense that this can be feeling like a reclamation of your own energy, like maybe something that you feel like you lost along the way or disconnected from along the way that now you are reconnecting with. And I feel a sense of purpose being ingrained within this. So you could have felt like before maybe you lost sight of something, or maybe you were putting like preference or importance on certain things, that now you're getting to this point and being like, is that really the thing that I want to be focusing on, or what I'm putting a lot of what I'm prioritizing within my life? Hanged Man speaks about these realizations that we come to, and realizations that we come to through our perspective shifting and through a sense of expansion, as Neptune is connected with, it can be like higher order calling that we're experiencing. How we feel like we're meant to be moving through our lives. And also Neptune is going to be that figuring out what's a fantasy or a projection versus what is going to be real and truly authentically resonating with me. What am I maybe taking on that somebody told me that's who I am, versus me feeling my way through something and realizing what I actually do connect with. So it can be a time of that for you. Some of you could have newly become a parent or something like that, or there can be something that you're newly nurturing. But as I said before, it can be like, I'm nurturing myself. Maybe you're nurturing your inner child now in a way that you didn't before. And I see your inner child just being a very pure reflection of you that you can be giving a voice to now, that you can be understanding now. Like, this new chapter is going to be about me and about me following my intuition and honoring myself emotionally, and the healing that happens through that, through me putting myself center focus. Because with the Queen of Cups, when we're in that energy, what we can fall into sometimes is like doing the caretaking for everybody else and then putting ourselves on the back burner and then suffering because of that unnecessarily. So this can be a time where you're taking back your energy in that way. That doesn't mean that you're not still going to show love and nurture those around you, but it means that you're also going to be placing importance on yourself and knowing that when you are in the best position because you're taking the best care of yourself, you can also take the best care of those around you. And when you're neglecting yourself, as much as you may want to show up, you're not going to be able to show up 100% for those around you or for the things that you care about and the things that you want to be involved within. So I get that there's like a deep sense of healing that you're doing within yourself, where this really does feel like I'm taking care of me. And this can be healing something archetypally related to a mother figure, which doesn't have to do with gender, even though I'm saying mother. It can be like having to do with somebody as you were growing up that maybe didn't nurture you in the way that you feel like you should have been nurtured or would have ideally been nurtured, like things along the lines of that. So this can be a time where you're doing those things for yourself. Some of you, there could have even been an absence of a feminine figure within your life in the way that maybe you would have preferred, or just an absence of sort of like handling you in the way that you would have preferred, those types of things. And it can be learning to take that on and do those things for yourself at this time. So Ace of Cups, Four of Swords feels like this is going to be a time where you connect with inner peace, where you connect with joy and the things that resonate with you without there being an agenda other than this is resonating with me. And that feeling restorative to you. And it feels too like this brings you back in connection with your intuition. It's like a reunion that you're having with yourself. And it can be really a time that is very important for you to be engaging within. And you can feel too like this sort of puts you back on track in a way. I think that this is going to change the way that you interpret certain things that go on intuitively and emotionally for you. Feels like more towards the tail end of this. Because there could be times when in the past, in the recent past, there are certain things that you experience in certain ways that you take those things. And now in going through this time with yourself where there is this nurturing that's happening, and restoration that's happening, this can be a time that it's changing your relationship with yourself, with your higher self, with your intuition, with your emotions, with your feelings, all of that. And also too, for some of you, this is going to extend to how you communicate things, what you are communicating with others, how you're communicating with others. What comes up for you and how you interpret that. The Devil just came out, but it's coming out reverse, which is what this means when the Devil comes out reverse, how I'm interpreting it in this moment. When the Devil is upright, it's these cycles that we're in, and things that we're doing for ourselves, because the devil is like a solution that we try to find to something that's going on, but when the devil is involved in it, we're never actually going to reach that solution. We can do stuff that almost works, but it doesn't actually work for what we're trying to do, or it will very temporarily work. And the devil can also be something where the longer you're involved with that type of thing, the worse off you are for being part of that, because it's something that drains your energy, like drains your life force, and you end up like empowering that thing externally by taking the power away from you and putting it into something externally. Even though initially you can look at things and feel like it's the answer, you know, it can be like seeking some type of love and then feeling like you get into these codependent relationships and being like, I just need this from them, I need this from them, I need this from them. Meanwhile, the solution is going to be you doing that thing for yourself, which will then have you honoring yourself and honoring your emotions and not putting up with things that you're not okay with. Having the devil come out upside down feels like there is a reversion of this. It feels like this is before there was a magnetism that I get into these situations with people, just using that as an example, because Queen of Cups, emotions, interpersonal relationships, you could have found that you kept getting into these situations that were like unhealthy dynamics with people, and you just kept attracting those types of situations. When the devil is upside down, what this means is that you're like demagnetizing yourself to those situations. So it means that you can attract healthy dynamics because you are cultivating a healthy dynamic with yourself. So through this honoring of the self, it allows you to cultivate healthy relationships. Like what's going on with you is going to be, your relationships will be reflective of your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others. And so this is going to be what's happening essentially within this, is that as your relationship is becoming healthier with yourself, you will find that your relationships with others also become healthy, like by way of that. So that's what I'm seeing is happening. This feels like a really big deal for you. So just know that if dynamics are changing with people, as this stuff naturally does happen, if dynamics are changing with people, if you have some things that are falling away, that is a natural part of this happening because you are not magnetizing the same thing. And so stuff that you have around that is being demagnetized by this process that you're going through, it will be falling away. And then it will feel inauthentic to you to be trying to keep those things around because it doesn't resonate with where you are anymore. I do get this feeling like you can look at yourself going through this process and feel like you're growing up. And I get it in like an emotional context more than anything. I feel like that about says it. I don't know if there's anything else needed for this. I'm seeing Aquarius. I'm seeing Leo. We also have Capricorn here. But know that we have all of these energies. This can just be something happening in those places within your chart. Having the devil reverse and having strength is feeling to me like it puts this importance and mindfulness on not reverting back to old things that you already know aren't going to work. So this can be, I'm cultivating like new healthy habits. Having the devil reverse is like a reminder not to revert back into things, and having strength here too, not to revert back into things that you already came to the conclusion, oh, this isn't healthy for me. So I feel like that's what's going on. So as you're doing this and as it's a process, it feels like keeping in mind what you're doing this for and not going back into the stuff that you already came to the conclusion of. Like, this isn't how I want to live my life, or this is not of my highest good, or this is not healthy for me. It feels like reminding yourself of that to sort of keep this demagnetized and continue moving through this, because it feels like the devil reversed can be that thing where it's like you can revert back into that. It is an option for you, it is a possibility, but it's also an option and a possibility for you not to. And having strength here indicates that it's all going to be based off of your will here. If you are willing to make these healthy changes and cultivate a healthy dynamic with yourself, this will not be something that you have to go back into. However, if this is something that you end up sort of falling off with, you may find these cycles end up repeating, and then you will just do the same thing over again. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.